Today we're going to have a look at the changes that have come to the maps in version 16 of Gorebox. So right now I'm standing in a parking lot in version 15 of the game and this is what it looks like. But now I'm in the same parking lot in version 16 and this is what it looks like. So the first minor change that I've noticed in the game are these tube lights that are actually activated this time around. Next, in version 15, if you enter this toilet right here, you have to sit on the floor. But in version 16, you've actually got to sit in the urinals instead. Actually saw that once in real life in my school. Would not recommend it. Okay, next in version 15, these are what the target dummies look like. And from what I understand, these target dummies have been purchased from like Unity asset packs and stuff like that. But in version 16 of the game, the target dummies have been updated to look very localized to Gorebox itself. You know, they've got the square shape that the Go dolls tend to have. And you can even see some of their vital organs like their lungs and their spine in this little target dummy. Next minor change is the sewer grates look a little bit different now. They look a little bit better. This is what they look like in version 15. A very small change, but still wanted to bring it to you guys' notice. Now here I am in version 15 on the Pit Valley map and I'm gonna change the timing to midnight and this is what it looks like. Now here I am in version 16, going to change the timing to midnight here as well, and now you will have noticed that the street lamps actually work this time around. We've even got these nice little street lamps right here in version 15 and none of them turn on or anything like that. But in version 16 all of them turn on and they add a really nice little touch to this map. It looks a lot better. Now in version 15 we've got a bunch of junk just kept by this rock right here and this is what it looks like. But in version 16 this is what it looks like instead. So it looks a little bit better graphically, I suppose. In version 15 we've got this little Polar 6 sign right here. Actually it's not even called Polar 6 here, it's just called Polar. In version 16 this poster actually calls the map as Polar 6. The rest of the write-up is the same, although we've even got this new email ID right here. I wonder what happens if you send an email at it. This is what the debris looks like in version 15 and this is what the debris looks like in version 16 instead. The change that I actually notice is that of this tent right here. It's got some solar panels and it's even got this solar battery right here. These are the same destroyed tents that you will find in the Desert Bridge map. I mean, if it's the military using them, then they probably use the same tents everywhere, right? Then we had this little radio tower right here, and this is what it used to look like. In version 16, this is what it looks like instead, so it's a lot more polished now, I should say. Now, in version 15, if you come down into the pit part of the Pit Valley map, this is what it looks like. In version 16, this is what it looks like instead. So they've added this cute little makeshift bridge right here, in case you don't want to take a swim in this water while crossing around here, I guess. Now here I am in version 15 of the game and this is what the conspiracy map looks like at night. In version 16 of the game, however, the lights actually work and there's even a bit of a light fog that has been added. So it really looks dark and gloomy and a bit creepy as well. I really like it. We've even got this building in the conspiracy map which looks like this. You know, nothing much to say about it. But in version 16 it looks like this, so there's actually lights coming through the windows now. It looks really nice. This is the ATM machine in version 15 and this is the same machine in version 16, so another light emanating from that as well. I don't know, it's really nice. We've got some crates right here besides Gary Soto's hideout in version 15, and as you can see the crate models have been changed in version 16 and we've even got these extra military arsenal, I guess. So here's a bit of an odd change. If I have to go poo-poo in the conspiracy map in version 15, you know, I can go. But if I want to do the same exact thing in version 16, why is the door closed? Help! Cheetah, why do you hate us players going to the toilet, man? Oh, and also the stone up poster, I was not really sure what it was supposed to show, is actually lit up in version 16. In version 15, in this bunker right here, we had this little TV. You can't really activate it or anything like that. In version 16, the TV model has been updated and you can actually activate this one. and it will even show you some Braille Xcore TV. This same TV model can also be spawned in from the Entities tab. This is what the barbed wire on the conspiracy map looks like in version 15, and this is what it looks like in version 16. So it's a small change, but the barbed wire is just a little more detailed compared to earlier. And once again, the target dummies have been updated right here as well. This is what this area with this door looks like in 15. And this is what it looks like in version 16. There's been some like black borders added around the window and the door. And in version 15 we don't have a door right here, but in version 16 we do. In version 15 I'm in the Afterglow map, and if you look at this little roof of this structure right here, it looks like it's kind of a tiled structure. In version 16, this area also looks to be a bit tiled, but the texture has been changed and improved. Now in version 15 of the game, on top of the tower, we have this default spawn Godol right here, who is the only other default spawn Godol in this game besides the guy in the Legacy Tower, I suppose. In version 16 of the game, however, that default spawn Godol is gone. Now that could either be a glitch, or he will be added in a future version of version 16, or they've actually decided to get rid of that guy. I'm not really sure. Now in version 15, I'm going to come between these containers right here. We've got this RCV2. I'm going to activate it, and I'm going to no clip and just fly a bit ahead after falling into the water. And now I am at the House of Lament, which is most likely going to be a future boss battle in Gorebox. And this is what it looks like. You can't really enter the house in version 15 of the game, and if you no clip inside, there isn't anything inside. In version 16 of the game, however, the House of Lament has actually been updated. The island itself looks the same as it used to before, but yeah, this is what the house looks like right now. There's a light inside, and we've got this door right here, but you cannot open it. And yeah, this is what it looks like from the outside, but of course we can simply no clip inside if we want. So here we go. Let me turn on the lights, and as you can see, this fridge has just been left open. Wow, Phil is a pretty irresponsible guy. And in general, the house has just been left in tatters. You know, Phil really needs a housekeeper, dude. Like he needs to get his crap together, man. We've got this computer chair right here, and the sofa as well, and you can't really interact with any of the seats or anything like that. Right here we've got the latest version of the reality crusher just laying on this table, and you can't interact with it either. So it's kind of hard to tell actually what's going on this monitor, but I assume that it's actually us, who is Phil Timsky, sending a letter to Gary Soto. I can't really tell what the email is due to all of the intentional distortion of the screen, but I'm assuming that Phil got angry at whatever he saw on his screen, and he threw this chair at the monitor and broke it. Also, something rather disastrous has happened here, which has caused the ground to actually emerge from past the tiles below. Also, why does he have an oil barrel in his home? Can I shoot it? Well, I mean I can, but nothing happens. Now there's no official way to access his attic, but we can no clip up there, of course. And this actually looks very neat and clean, not a single cobweb. So weirdly enough, Phil keeps his attic where he doesn't live in extremely clean, but the area that he actually lives in has been kept extremely dirty. Phil is one weird dude. And this is what the house looks like from the outside. And yeah, very much looking forward to the boss battle that's going to probably take place over here. Now in version 15, if you wanted to leave this area, you had to press escape and click on this little thing that said imitation, and then your menu screen would disappear. Then you'd have to press escape again and it would say right choice. But in version 16 of the game, it's basically the same thing, but here it says imitation of power. Dare to give it up. And so let me click on that, and once again my menu disappears, and now once again I have to say right choice, and I go back to the main menu. Now these are what the pillars in the F2 square map look like in version 15 of the game, and these are what they look like in version 16 instead. Also, the street lamps in here are dead in version 15. In version 16, however, they are very much alive and they add a nice look to the map. Also, we've got a small texture change here. This is what the ramp looks like in version 15. And this is what the same ramp looks like in version 16. It looks a little bit more cartoony, I suppose. This is what the background of the map looks like in Polar 6 in version 15. And this is what the background looks like instead in version 16. So it actually looks a lot more majestic and grand, I suppose. No, like seriously, it looks really beautiful. These are what the lights look like in version 15. They're basically not present. In version 16, however, the lamps have been changed. They are lit up and stuff. It gives a nice winter wonderland feeling to this map. And also we've got a little bit of fog, which also adds a nice little ambient touch, I suppose. Now, while version 16 of the game has added new towers to like the desert bridge map and stuff, the new tower hasn't come into the Polar 6 map. And I believe that's because the Polar 6 map itself is also going to get remastered. So we'll probably see that tower being added into the game at that point of time. In version 16, in one of the cabins, we have this little treadmill right here. And it's not activated or anything, and it's quite a small little guy. In version 16, however, the treadmill has been changed. We have this new model right here. And it is activated. And it's quite a big fellow, I should say. Now here I am in the facility map in version 15. And this is what this particular Steel Leaf Hope poster looks like. But in version 16 of the game, the poster actually looks a lot more better now. A lot more polished, I should say. Now we have this little door right here in version 15, and this is what it looks like. It can be opened, and it actually doesn't have a proper model, I suppose. In version 16, this is what it looks like instead, so it looks a lot more better compared to earlier. And of course this one can be opened as well. Right here we've got another Steel Leaf poster, and this is what it looks like. And this is what the same poster looks like in version 16. And yeah, in general all of the doors have been updated to look like this in this map. Now in the chamber in version 15 of the game, we had this little grate that was just a little bit open and emanating some black smoke. In version 16, however, the grate has been opened a whole lot more. It continues to emanate some black smoke. Although you can't really enter it or anything, it's actually some black polygons that are down here. It's not a real hole. I wonder if something is going to come out of here at one point of time. Okay, so when I flash my light on this little glass right here in version 15, you can't really see anything. In version 16, however, you can actually see it reflect on the glass. I'm not really sure if this has anything to do with my graphics settings, but I really like this. We've got some giblets in a box right here in version 15, and this is what they look like. In version 16, however, the giblets have changed a bit in color. I know it's a very small change, but you know, I noticed stuff. I want to bring it to you guys' attention, okay? And yeah, these are what some oil barrels look like in version 15, and these are what they look like in version 16 instead. In version 15, in this little hospital area right here, we've got this TV, and this is what it looks like. In version 16, you'll notice that the screenshot placed on the TV has been changed just a little bit. So in the facility map in version 15, if you no-clip up past the roof, you know there isn't really a roof or anything right here. If I let go of no-clip, I fall onto the ground. In version 16, however, if I no-clip up past the roof, there actually is a roof up here, and if I let go of no-clip, I can even walk around on the roof now, so that's a cool new addition to the game. Although some parts of the game still don't have a roof anymore, like this part right here. But yeah, in general, you're not really supposed to come up here anyway, but it's nice that they've added this roof. This is what the sea map looked like in version 15 of the game. So there's a little dock, this little area which you can walk on, and a couple of palm trees. But in version 16 of the game, the palm trees have now been cut down. That's so sad. You can even see a little bit of a dirt just sort of left in that general area for both the trees actually. So the game developers are actually trying to keep some sense of continuity in the game, like the changes aren't just completely random. Why would you get rid of the palm trees? They're so good looking. Now the desert bridge map is the map which has received most of the changes in version 16 of the game, so you can click right here to watch that video. So I've been Jazef, you've been my audience, thank you for watching, and goodbye.